camera.
We're not on mine, but
Well, it'll end up there.
wait, let me fix my makeup. Okay.
Okay, what do you got for a time here?
5 o'clock.
5:02.
Time to-
5:02. Okay. I gotta get that. Okay, you got the meeting minutes,
Yes.
and we need to,
Make a motion to accept the minutes. I'll second that motion.
okay. Old business, Dale Associates isn't here tonight, he's on vacation, he said he didn't have any updates. The plan is locked in, and we'll get to that in just a second here. Matter of fact, we can start with that right now if you want.
Did the mayor pay, get even with Gale Associates on monies that was owed to them?
I believe he has, because everything is a go right now.
All right.
For the runway project, the master plan has the funding hasn't been paid yet. So I don't know what that is, the master plan and capital improvement. So I got word that is, they did not receive it yet, but that's not unusual. Because we had to kind of hold things up a little bit for the end of the fiscal year. Balance the books, and then we had the runway stuff went through, so.
What is it about tonight?
No. She didn't make it. The runway project, the start date is going to be August 14th.
You get one of those schedules?
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
And did you get the diagram?
Yep.
Okay, you got the diagram. So, August 14th, it's going to go, and there is in the back of the thing that they have, they're going to have a pre-construction conference is supposed to be on, it's saying August 2nd, but I've got to see what I can do with that because I'm not around either. But we'll work on that here in just a second. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they expect it to last about an hour. But
Do we have a date on this? So that we schedule it?
what question are you asking?
You said that there's going to be a meeting.
The meeting right now it's August 2nd. I'm not going to be here, at least directly. I may have to work something out on that. Because they asked for a pre-conference if everybody would accept the date, and I said no, I decline it. So I'm hoping to move it to a week after or a week before. That if it's on the 2nd, it'll be before our August meeting. Otherwise, we'll move everything with it. It's a pre-construction conference. And that would be, I think, at the airport, but I'm not absolutely sure. Maybe here. On the 3rd. On the 2nd, rather, August 2nd. If you look at towards the end of it, they give you, they'll do a 5-day work week, and they will be, timeline is broken down by how many days and what they plan on doing, and the closeout procedures tentatively are on 11/1, with the project finishing on 11/3. And then the post punch list inspections and punch list activities and all that sort of stuff is going to be 3 days. Finish up by Wednesday on the 8th, according to this, but I don't know when the airport's going to reopen at that point. I'm not sure which date. They were telling us on November 3rd, but we're going to get there.
Can we go down and take pictures every day to see how things are coming along, and then make a nice little time frame in that we can use for advertising and stuff like that for the future?
They're doing it to a lot of the airports around, but yeah, you want to get out and take a picture every day?
All right. Well, just be, I think, a nice time frame thing for.
Yeah. It's, but on Monday, they're basically going to be moving in. Now, on the diagram, they're going to come in, they're going to come up off the end of the runway. The road into the airport goes straight past the front of Kevin McColl's. And I was hoping I could get them to go in on the other side, on the west side of the runway up at that end. Need name and email on that too. And they're going to fence in that and the around the tie-down area. Okay. So we'll have a construction fencing around it to secure it, but it'll join up with the secure fencing that we have around that part of the airport anyhow. And they'll be, putting in the silt control and all that sort of stuff as they around. That's what the outer diagram is, I think, on that outer part of the heavy line. I think we're going to be allowed to not hang up any of the helicopter operations down there either. So, when we have the grid, with Howard coming in, they'll be able to come in and land on the tie-down pad, because there's plenty of them.
Is this equipment the tie-down pad?
No, that is the construction
Where they're gonna put all their equipment?
fence area, where the field offices and the parking for storage of material and things like that.
I'm taking it the field offices are trailers that come and go, is that right?
No trailers that will come and stay until they're done at that point. Yeah. Construction site, typical construction site. So as we get a hold, I'm going to try and make sure that everybody talk to as many people as I can between now and then, now that they're pretty solid on August 14th. So we all gotta be out of there. Pass it around if you see anybody down there on your travels. Ask them about it, talk to them. People that I have talked to that have seen some of their work has been very good. Rainmaker, and Sons. Send my pen back down to me, please. It's right there by Dave's. Any questions?
You still going to have access to your hangar, Jim, during this?
We'll have access through the gate, the way we normally do. The only people that are going to be inconvenienced and I'll have to go around the backside is the people down in Hangar 10 and Kevin Johnson and we're by him. They'll have to go around the backside of, between my hangar and Phil's, so to speak, and then around the backside to get down there. Everything else will be fenced off.
What about Dominic? How is he gonna be affected?
He ain't gonna land any airplanes.
Okay, so whatever he has, he'll be stuck there.
Yeah.
And for this duration.
Yep.
Has he already made preparations to his customer?
That's Dominic.
Okay.
I don't know what his.
Where are you keeping your plane during this period, Jim?
I'll be probably going up to Jaffrey, tying down. I got a cover coming in, it's on its way down, as a matter of fact, cover the fuselage, kind of cockpit, so I can protect it a little bit.
You got covers coming?
I got a cover and some plugs and
Yeah.
Peter's covers and things like that. I ordered that a month ago. And it's on its way, so. Yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I still haven't gotten down to the airport to cut anything, grass or otherwise.
Well, let me know when you do, want to be down there and cut anything, grass or otherwise, and I'd be willing to try to help you. Okay?
Yeah. I'm trying to pick a day when it's not 90.
Look.
Well, started today.
Yeah.
See the 90 grand.
The manager's report, we can use, the master plan and the update there, there is I'm going to forward this to you guys on the, where is it here? You would know. Did you ever hear of EBE? It's endangered business enterprises. They're minority-owned stuff is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you ever do a school on that?
Yeah.
3 years. I don't know what it's all about, how it.
Are you talking about this disadvantage business
Yeah.
enterprise plan?
Disadvantage business. Yeah. Okay, that's,
Disadvantaging minority owned businesses.
yeah. Where did that go? You go
On the second page, minutes for time.
Oh, second page for the minutes.
Yeah.
The minutes were together.
Jim, what does a disadvantaged business enterprise plan have to do with this airport?
It's for the grant money
Uh-huh.
that is available. All FAA projects have to get the grant money. It's for the master plan and capital improvement. And you have to be able to, there's a whole thing that goes with it. And
Do we have a list of businesses that are?
they will supply a list. And it's all pretty easy, but the city will comply with it. I think we have to just say that we,
We got any disadvantaged business enterprises?
He Dice provides his insight into this scenario.
Are we both disadvantaged?
huh?
Isn't everyone here disadvantaged at some point or another?
Well, we are now. How about that?
There you go.
What I've got to do is, I had it downloaded somewhere, and I've got to find out. What I can do is send it off to you and you can read it, but, I think I've got to check with the mayor and have, that I can sign that, because it doesn't involve money, it just involves that we agree to use any disadvantages. And it applies to subcontractors. I think, the last time was like 3 years ago, I guess it came out, and they have to go through it every 3 years, you have to re-up it. The piece that I was trying to find out, on July, here it is. We've asked send out the airport sponsors, state agencies, agency POCs and consultants. FAA Office Civil Rights will conduct a free training conference event on July 17th to the 20th. It's this free virtual training event, if anybody's interested in it. I don't know, I've got to explore it, I ask more questions about it. Have you been through that? Was it a 3-day event or anything like that, or was it just being virtual? I don't know. You know, okay. But, it's going to be by fiscal year 2025, it's going to be required for all airports. Right now, it's only required for large and medium airports.
What are you speaking of, Jim?
This is this BBE training and plan that we have to comply with.
We haven't had any major projects in the last 3 years, so
Who the hell's gonna claim, who's gonna ask for such training, would you guess?
Any contractors or anybody that places a bid, I would say, are eligible, and any subcontractors can be eligible. And I would say that would be down to even truck drivers and everybody that would be contracting with the companies. We just have to be aware that they are eligible, and it's part of the requirement. I don't know what here again, if you're really interested in it, July, I'll forward this email that I got from the state. It's the 14th annual National FAA Civil Rights Training Conference for airports. It's a free virtual event. But I don't know how, like I said, this gives you a place to register and everything that goes with it.
So if a couple of contractors come in and they bid on a job, and one's dark-skinned, and the other one is a white guy, is it gonna be decisions made on the basis of money or race?
It's going to be made on qualifications as well, too. There's some limitations on it and all that sort of stuff, but
And
you can.
who's, and are you in a position where you have to learn all about this?
I don't think so, but I don't, it's mostly for the airport sponsor, and I really don't want to be a sponsor, because there's a lot of responsibility with that, and a lot of training.
Is there an airport sponsor?
They tried to make me one, and I said, I really don't want that job.
Oh, shit.
You go type it into the FAA.gov and start reading about it. It's only about 50 pages worth of regulations.
Isn't that part of the airport manager's job?
No.
She's managing, I don't know.
She's the manager.
A sponsor is someone who's going to
Advocate for everything and
maybe offer.
I think it's something that, I don't know, let's say, I don't know enough about it, but I started reading about it, and the legal ease that goes with it, it sounded like a little complicated.
kind of job in trouble.
Probably, and I think the city has to do that.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure.
And maybe the city would be the airport sponsor.
Well, I think that's where it's sitting, but they don't interact with them, the engineers don't, at least Gail doesn't. that much, but they send that sort of stuff off, but I think we should be aware.
Do we have the airport manager's report?
I do not. She was not able to produce one for me, so we'll just catch it up.
She's on vacation or something?
No, she had some plans. She made plans. She didn't think there was going to be a meeting, but she didn't text me until this morning.
Short notice?
I put the plan in, I posted this meeting and I posted for last week. I think I brought it up on Wednesday morning, they posted it. And
I didn't
sent
see
out the emails.
I didn't see about this until today, this morning.
Yeah, it came yesterday.
Emails?
Yeah.
Because I said, she was supposed to have sent the emails out. And I'm gonna put my name, I'm gonna have her send it to me when she sends them out, because I thought she had sent them out, but they didn't, they had I don't know, they had some kind of power outage this week, so over the weekend, so I don't know, if that's good.
I got an after email you.
Yeah, so,
So do we have a report of all the people that are renting from us and where they stand financially yet?
as far as I know, everybody is caught up, except for Dominic.
Do we have a report
But I don't have a report.
that the other members can see?
I don't have anything.
Have you had time to look at the books that we put together months ago?
Yeah, no, I haven't. I've had a project at home and I'm trying to get the lawnmowers running.
Okay.
And right now I got a couple is full for that.
Jim, what two aircraft were abandoned?
The,
What is
the
that? The
one-
150?
150 with the flaps down, and the arrow.
Is the Arrow still sitting out there?
yeah,
And the O-150 is the 150 that's sitting?
it's right side of Knowles.
So Knowles Land's the only one that's being paid for, probably, right?
Right, and she wants to go to it and get the title or get a judgment so that we can sell it.
Sell the 150, sell the Arrow?
Yeah.
And
I
then
think the 150 is worth something. I don't
She
know.
said about 10 grand.
Well, depends on, if somebody's got to look at it and see, because I don't think there's any logbooks or anything with it.
No.
That cheapens it up quite a bit. So, it's, but she's done, got the ceiling painted, got the walls all painted once down at the airport there. The walls are white up a half, bottom half is a lime green,
Yeah.
I guess is the best way to put it. And she's got one coat on there, kind of, it's gonna take a couple coats. I know she had made a proposal to the mayor for the bump out in the front, but I keep forgetting about the entryway cover up there, that roof needs to be repaired or
Yeah,
replaced.
that
That whole
flashing
thing,
was
right?
all gone, at least in the
So,
garage, you see what
yeah, and they've asked us, Ken talked to me about painting the outside of the building or whatever,
it was.
outside,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Is there anywhere on the lights around the airport, if they're gonna be repaired or replaced or thrown away or taken out?
Oh, the ones up on the hill?
Oh, on the hill, no, the beacon lights?
Yeah, beacons.
No. Haven't heard
Still
a
no
word.
word.
No word. Part of the stuff is gonna be, that's where we're trying to get the 5-year plan and the capital improvement plan, because they're beyond their useful life supposedly, and we can float that out there to the engineers and see if they want to float that through and go from there. There's a lot of pieces that we can look at.
So, fill me in, the airport's gonna be closed from what date to what date, Jim?
August 14th to November 8th.
Done
They said 80 days, but a 10-day grace period, according to the schedule on the paperwork here.
Yeah.
It's on page,
Maybe I don't have to pay taxes on my hangar during the period of time that the city of Templeton's closed my hangar, what do you think? Closed the airport.
It's not the city of Van, it's not the town of Templeton.
Let's just get the taxes.
Yeah, but that's not the town of Templeton, close the
Yeah,
airport.
good luck. Yeah, I just floated that out, you know, what the hell?
and speaking of taxes, how did that other gentleman make out Boston with Templeton?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
It's on page 3, John, on third paragraph on the calendars.
Yeah, that'd be fun, though, actually.
You can talk to, what's his name there, he's down in the hangar 10-2. I can't think of his name. I gotta have it in front of me all the time, so I can remember. Anatole. Anatole, what's his last name? I can't think of what his last name is. He, yeah, he's got the most knowledge about it. He's talked to a lawyer and all that sort of stuff. And, I just don't know what's gonna,
It's a small point.
yeah, well,
Just might be fun to open a conversation with that or something.
I really think that if we're charging the people the rent for the airport, that we should include their taxes for Templeton and not have two bills, one for rent, one for taxes.
well, they get 3 too.
Huh?
They get 3 bills.
What's the third bill?
Electricity. Electricity.
Okay, well, again, we could also include all that into one bill.
But it doesn't, but the city doesn't pay taxes, is what they tell us.
Again, we can see what we can do. That would make things a lot
We
easier.
can't do anything.
We can do a lot of things.
Huh?
We can do a lot of things.
No, we can't. We have no legal power.
Well, we can make some waves.
No, that doesn't work either.
Are we walking down through this agenda, is that what we're doing, Jim?
Yep. The maintenance items, if I haven't seen any more, we got, she ordered blades for the zero turn, because they're split, they're worn out. And, did you have a problem with adjusting the height on the zero turn?
Zero turn?
Yeah,
Oh, we're fine.
I've got a, yeah, it doesn't want to move, I guess, but I haven't really looked at it, so I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. Like I say, I got 1 cylinder and 2 hoses. The hoses are being made now, the parts should be in for the hoses tomorrow. The cylinder, I've got I think, equipment is on vacation. Do you know anybody else who works on cylinders? Pistons?
The guy in Rutland or Hubbardston line?
It's in line, yeah.
Yeah, they do phenomenal work.
Hub equipment.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever it is.
He's not around. I go there tomorrow.
No, he's on vacation this week, probably.
I went out, for a head shop.
Does Henshaw do them too?
He did the backhoe cylinder on mine,
Okay.
my backhoe.
Where is he? Over on South Street?
It's,
Yeah, South Ave. Yeah.
South Street? I don't know if he has an account with the city. And then, what else is going on? Oh, I had trouble with my door with my neighbor, where we fixed it. Yeah, well, I probably backed in once with the truck and hit the back wall and did a little bit on it. So I pulled the truck forward, took a come along, hooked it up to the cross beam, pulled it ahead a couple inches, and door works good now. I just got a couple, I gotta repair one, it's got a crack in it. Because that washes right there, I think one time I missed it. Oh, because I couldn't But it wasn't much, I mean, it was, like I say, I didn't have any trouble pulling it back. But he couldn't get his plane out. He's talking about going to Florida again.
Oh, Chip Wood.
Yeah, Jerry.
Sure.
And she wants to put individual meters on all the hangars. But you guys pay for your own electricity, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
Who wants to put meters?
Isabel. And she doesn't have, see, like, across from me, your old hangar, everything, you guys get one bill and split it, right?
What do you do, Jenny? You're living in 4 hangars nested together, right?
Yeah.
And you get a bill
Yes. The only place I get a bill is from the city.
for electricity?
Yeah, well, I got one light bulb.
And how much power does that hangar use?
I would say very, very little.
So,
Yeah, mine would be $10 or $20 a year, but I don't know.
okay, so,
But, on everybody else's hangar, I don't think the city has any say, because they don't own the hangar. Right?
Yeah.
So what my take is, because it's privately owned, they pay rent for the square footage that the hangar sits on. And, I mean, obviously somebody like Kevin who does more, would have more, but I think there were other than just the 4T hangars and the new hangars. New hangar has an individual meters. I still gotta find, I had talked about, speaking of that, because Anatol's got one light that doesn't come on all the time. And they're about $90 or $100 for that light. And it's gotta be replaced. I found the pictures of it. Took it apart, took pictures of the label on it so I could get one. And so I'll have to get the electrician, get somebody with a lift and see if they can fix it.
My old hangar, they decided to put each meter, each unit's gonna have to do some
Rewiring. Yeah, that's why I say it, but I don't, but they don't, but
yeah, when I built that thing, nobody was over there inspecting the wiring around it, because there's 3 of us, 3 Johns who built that place.
right, and but they don't have any, they don't own the building,
Yeah,
so it's.
so what's the sense of putting meters on it? If it's not that much money, and we divide it up to the amount of people that in the hangar, and charge them a yearly rate?
what we do in my hangar is, we got 1 meter, so we'd all put $100 in. And send it to the electrical company.
Yeah.
And they would send me the bill every month and tell me how much was left in the account.
Right.
And when I get low, I get a hold of whoever my other
Partners.
partners there, tell them we're running a little low. But you know, it was usually between $10, $13 a month for the rent.
Right.
Wasn't a lot of money, probably more now.
I think the code is a little bit more, because
Yeah.
he's got a couple of computers in there, and Wi-Fi and
Yeah, cameras and.
cameras and everything else going on. So.
I mentioned, Al probably.
Al probably is right
Mentioned
there.
that to, Isabel.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I'm sure he did.
yeah.
He mentioned it to me, he called me and says, how high do we meter, get my own meter? I says, I just do all the wiring.
Yeah.
So you gotta separate it, you know.
But
And Cheryl, I don't know, whether you can talk to Cheryl, we never see her.
I haven't seen her
I don't know if
in
she's,
15 years.
I know,
But here again, we really don't have, you are renters for a piece of property.
yeah.
And other than that, that's all you do. And I wouldn't want to get into it with the liability if we started trying to do stuff for them.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
Yes. I'd like to know how come we had parking at the airport for the fireworks and running the shuttle bus back and forth without anybody even talking to the
Oh, it
commissioners?
was. I didn't know about that.
They had Gardner days.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. Why wasn't that brought to our attention?
Good question. I don't have an answer for you.
What fireworks?
They did it last year and they did it again this
At the
year.
PACC.
So,
It was sponsored by the PACC, the city of Gardner, and there was a third one.
Yeah.
If they put it in the paper,
Yes.
parking at the airport, a shuttle bus was provided, shuttle people from the airport to the PACC. and
So where did everybody park, on the grass field?
We mowed enough so that they could park off the side of the road and not be in the tall grass.
okay, but you mowed it, so that means you knew about it.
Well, I knew about it 3 days before it happened. Last
You
week.
know, somebody put signs up all along, no parking on one side there.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with that. I didn't know about it until I saw the sign.
So what does the yard look like, the field look like now? Is it full of trash and everything else?
It's clean.
But the point of it is, it should have come by the commission.
Correct, it should have been brought to us and said, hey, this is what's going on.
I don't think we would have refused, but it would have been a nice courtesy call.
Yeah.
So this is another thing done by the mayor and don't care about who we are.
Well, yeah, well, I just, you know, I don't know what the protocol is on that sort of stuff. I would say, I would like to know about everything that goes on down there, but
Exactly, I mean, we're responsible for what goes on down there. What happened, if something happened down there and we didn't know about it.
Or the place was filled with trash.
Yeah. We got it cleaned up.
No.
but I got the trash bags. He had, we were causing our own trash problem, but now that's solved. So,
I mean, I think we gotta follow up on it, find out,
I will.
call whoever was in charge of that and ask them why it didn't even come by the commission.
And they'll probably say, oh, sorry, we won't do that again. Yeah, right.
So Jim, the airplanes need to be off the airport and down the runway by
August 14th.
August 14th. Fly on the 14th, you don't fly on the 15th, is that what I'm hearing?
No, if you don't get out of there by the 13th, you're not going to win anywhere for till November 8th.
Where you gonna
On
park?
page 3.
Go up to Jaffrey, talk to Harvey,
I would.
because that's closer to your end of town.
Yeah.
We're there, space. But August 13th is Sunday, and August 14th is Monday morning. They're gonna be bright and early, and they're gonna drive in there with a trailer with a big red X on it and plug it in, and that's it. And then they're parked in the middle of the runway, and two big X's take down the runway, tell you to get out. So, and there'll be a note him reflecting that for the entire time. So,
And you said you're not gonna be here on August 2nd?
well, that's what I'm working on now. If they can move the construction meeting either the week before or the week after, fine. But I don't think I don't know what the conference, I don't know what that's about. I've never been through one, so I don't know. I just found, you know, I didn't know until yesterday. Yesterday or Monday, that I was gonna be gone, supposedly. But, anything else?
Make a motion to join the meeting?
I mean,
Oh, second.
We've got 5:41.